It was a name that sounded so sweet, so seductive.
House of Gucci has weird writing between the characters throughout the film, from dialogue between each other and the scenes throughout. The film is written weirdly, as well as appearing unusual at times. I find the film has a lot of time lapses throughout, a lot of stuff we have to find out through the characters, which I'd prefer to see for myself, as a lot of the stuff we don't get to see. I would feel that it would make the film better, or at least it would give us a better story with the characters. The film should have been made similar to how The Wolf of Wall Street was made, as it is about a big fashion company, and one of the biggest after all. It should have been more saturated and flashy, but I feel this was taken away to give the film a darker style, which does not work in its favour for the most part. Jared Leto's performance feels like a man playing a crying baby in an old man suit, and a bright coloured suit throughout this film, with an odd accent. His performance throughout the film is just awkward and strange. Lady Gaga tries her best in this film, though to be honest it wasn't enough. She was clearly added for the big wow factor. Not saying she isn't good at acting after all, she has been in films such as A Star Was Born, and her performance in that was amazing. Adam Driver's performance, I will appreciate that he also tried in this film to save it. His performance was well done, though I think I couldn't give it any higher than that. It was just lacking. Seeing how he's been in films such as The Marriage Story, which his performance in that is great, you'd expect something better. You could say this was down to the writing or the performances, though to be honest, Jared Leto's performance in this was just bad.
Both. You have ideas? Both. I was not the best. Both. 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 Both.
The film has a lot of low-lit shots and holds mainly either medium-wide shots or close-up shots when the characters talk to one another having their own conversations. The shots feel very boxed in and placed, allowing nothing too exciting to happen on the screen. I feel as though a lot of the camera work, such as the movement and angles, don't really have much to tell or help with the story themselves, that I can see of anyway. They aren't used to help show the emotion of a character or a scene. It all just seems to be your normal everyday shots in a normal movie. A lot of the shots are pale, having colour in them, though the colours have a low saturation, not bringing much colour to life in the scenes. You'd think this would be the opposite way round, as this is a story about a big fashion company. In some ways, this works well in films, depending on the film you have, but also how you want the mood of the film to set. Colour helps in many ways. It can show the emotion of a character or the scene. The film uses yellow, reds, blues and greens in different saturations, mainly low, surprisingly, though this seems to be the only colours they use, unless it's the usage of pale whites and greys in the film. With House of Gucci this does make sense. It is a drama though, about a family, and a lot of the trouble goes throughout the film, like deceiving, lying, murder and betrayal, which putting them into a column makes sense, but I feel like there should still be a high saturation of colour, especially when it comes to the fashion part. In another mark, I also like how they colour Lady Gaga's character throughout the film. They make her wear bright colours and stand out compared to the other actors. I think this shows how she wants to be rich and big, and in the spotlight above everyone else. Overall, it's not a great film. With mediocre performances and a boring look, it's very underwhelming and disappointing. I feel like this could have been something really good, but it just came out disappointing. So if I had to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 5 out of 10. It's just disappointing, underwhelming, and it's just nothing special. Of course, this is my opinion. I would 100% recommend you go and watch this for yourself and decide on yourself what you think of this film.
Both.